Hey, this is Dr. Barry. In this short video, I'm going to be talking to beginners, people just coming to the ketogenic way of eating. And this is called the three first steps to keto. These are the first three things that you need to do or actually stop doing to start enjoying all the benefits of the ketogenic way of eating. Now, if you know someone who's brand new to keto, who's not sure if they even think it's healthy or safe, if they've been told it will kill your kidneys or kill your liver, then please share this video with them. Send it to them in a text or an email because they need this information so that they can comfortably start to enjoy the most natural diet that a human being can eat. So let's talk about the three first steps to going keto. Okay, so everybody in Western society, when we start a new project or we start to solve a problem, if we're overweight, if we have insulin resistance, it's our Western mindset to think that we need to add things to the equation, right? I need to buy something, I need to build something, I need to add something to the system. And the beauty and the efficiency of the ketogenic way of eating is that you don't have to do that. You don't have to buy any products. You don't have to buy any pills, any powders, any potions. And I've actually upset some of the big dogs in the keto community who have lots of pills and powders and potions for sale by saying that. But it's absolutely true. And the way you know that is let's go back in time 30,000 years. Now, everyone back then ate keto for almost the entire year. They had no choice because that's the only thing that was available. And that's the reason keto works so well today is because your DNA was raised on a ketogenic diet. It knows exactly what to do with it, okay? So you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to subscribe to anything. You don't have to sign up for a multi-level marketing scheme. You don't have to do any of that. You just have to get rid of the following three things, okay? Number one, are you ready, beginners? Now, and so I know if you're new to keto, you're like, crap, there's so much stuff I don't know. Macros, do I count this? What about calories? I know. Okay. Take a deep breath, blow it out, let it go. It's fine. Your DNA and your body and your physiology know exactly how to do this diet. You just have to relax and let it kind of happen. Okay. Here's how you do it. Step number one, you go into your kitchen and you find everything that has sugar as an ingredient and you throw it in the garbage or give it to a neighbor or give it to the local charity pantry so that you can help someone who can't afford to buy good food right now because bad food is better than no food, right? So everything that has sugar, and that includes fruit juices because they have tons of natural fructose, which will mess up your ketogenic diet. That includes any kind of soft drink. That includes any kind of dessert, candy, cake, pudding, pie, dessert, anything like that that has sugar, any of the sugars, okay? Give them away or throw them away. This includes honey. I love honey. It's very organic and very natural, but its glycemic index is through the roof. I love agave nectar. It's delicious, but its glycemic index is through the roof. Give it away or throw it away, okay? So that's step number one is to get sugar completely out of your diet. If you have a sugar bowl on the table, maybe you could have a rummage sale and sell it. Give it to a neighbor who doesn't have a sugar bowl. Maybe give it to an enemy, right? Because that's just how dangerous sugar is. So, step number one, get rid of all the sugar in your house. When you go out to eat, if you eat anything that you don't know exactly what the ingredients are, ask if there's sugar in this. If they say yes, don't eat that, okay? Because no sugar is keto. No sugary substance is keto. No natural sweetener like honey or agave nectar or molasses. Also love molasses. No, none of those are keto. You don't need those. There's no nutrition in any of that that will help your body in any way. That's step one. Step two, you ready for step two? After you've gotten rid of all the sugar, the next step, you can make this the next day. You can do this one day at a time if you need to, right? It can be gradual. It doesn't have to be overnight. So step two is to get rid of all the grains out of your diet. The biggest and most important grain to remove completely from your diet is wheat. Wheat is something that's been in the human diet for a few thousand years, but for 99.999% of human beings' existence on this planet, we never ate wheat a single time in our entire life. Okay, only in modern recorded history times have we eaten wheat in any significant percentage in our diet. Even 5,000 years ago, wheat would just be a small percentage of your diet. Okay, wheat is inflammatory, especially the wheat of today. It's been modified by breeding and crossbreeding to make a grain that's very high in protein, and it's an inflammatory protein. Sorry, you weightlifters and bodybuilders out there, it's not a protein that you're going to ever want to use to build muscle with. So wheat is the most important grain of all to get rid of. Another grain you need to get rid of is corn. A lot of people don't realize that corn's kind of a grain. You don't need corn. Get rid of corn. It's going to inflame your gut, which is going to inflame the rest of your body. It's going to make your blood sugar shoot straight up. That's not a good thing. You don't want that. The whole point of a ketogenic diet is to keep your blood sugar and your insulin level very low normal. And you can't do that if you're eating a lot of corn, especially grandmother's creamed corn. Although it's delicious, you don't need that. There's no nutrition in that that's going to help you progress in your health. Okay? So wheat, corn, rice. You've got to get rid of the rice. Rice is just a starch. Corn is just a starch. Wheat is just a starch. And oats. I know. Your grandmother told you that oats were the healthiest breakfast you could ever have, right? Sorry. I respectfully tell grandma you'd rather have bacon and eggs. Okay. Wheat is very, very high on the glycemic index. I've had many a diabetic in my clinic in Tennessee say, no, 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 I know oats are good for me. The nutritionist said they were. And I said, well, do this simple trick. So for those of you guys who are diabetic or you have a glucometer at home, eat a big bowl of delicious oats. Wait an hour, then check your blood sugar. And then you'll understand what I'm talking about. And then you can either give away or throw away your oats. So get rid of the wheat, the rice, the corn, the oats, and any other grain that you happen to have in your house. Now, I'm not talking about seeds, I'm talking about grain. That's a little different thing. Seeds will come later. So get rid of all the grains. So step one, get rid of the sugar. Step two, get rid of the grains. Now, step three. Part of the ketogenic diet, and the part of it that I really love the most as a doctor, is that it's the most uninflammatory diet I've ever seen anybody eat. Inflammation in your joints, in your gut, in your brain, everywhere gets better when you eat keto. And so we don't want anything in our diet that's inflammatory in nature. And step three is the vegetable oils. And the reason I give air quotes is because there's no vegetables in vegetable oils. That's a nice marketing term that they attach to these oils, but there are no veggies in them whatsoever. They're made of seeds and beans, okay? The worst oil of all, the worst offender is canola oil. The next worst is corn oil. The next, safflower, sunflower, soybean. Any of these oils are very inflammatory. Their omega-6 to omega-3 ratio is not healthy for human beings. And I don't even want you to give away your canola. If you have canola, if you have Crisco, if you have margarine, if you have I can't believe it's not butter, if you have country crock, don't even give that away. You wouldn't even want to give that to your enemy, okay? Throw that in the garbage. Don't give it to your dog. It's not good for your dog. If you set it out on the porch, it'll sit there for months and even mold won't eat it, okay? Throw it away. Throw away the canola, throw away the corn oil, throw away the soybean oil. They are very, very inflammatory and bad for your system, okay? Now, those are the first three big steps towards moving towards a ketogenic diet. Remember, I said earlier, you don't have to add things to go keto. Really, what you have to do mainly is remove things. Remove the slow poisons and the inflammatory chemicals out of your kitchen, out of your pantry, out of your fridge, out of your mouth, out of your life. That's your goal, is to remove the bad things that big food and big pharma want you to eat and eat real natural whole foods, okay? And I might make this a series of videos, but this is the first three steps for beginners. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please consider clicking the subscribe button. And that way, every time I make a new video, you'll get a little notification and you'll be able to watch it if you want to. If not, you can just click the stop button. As always, if you think you know someone who might benefit from this information, share this on your Facebook, share it in your keto group, share it in your low carb, high fat group. This is Dr. Berry, and I'll see you next time.